So what are the data types available in JavaScript? We have number, we have string, we have boolean, and then we have null. We also have something called undefined, and we have objects, and we have something called symbol. All these are data types in JavaScript. So we all know how to declare a number, right? How do you declare a number? It's something like let x is equal to some number you can give 23 or so. Number is always 64-bit double. 64-bit double. That is, you can store it as 23 or 23.5, whatever value you can give. So that is number data type. And there is some limit for the numbers. That's what I found. So it is minus 2 power 53 minus 1. So you can store a number anywhere between negative this to positive this. So you can store a number of this size. That's what is the meaning. So you can give a number of this size. But when you exceed the size, you're going to get an error. So here you see, when I exceed the size, too large to be represented accurately with integers. So you can't exceed that given size, 2 power 53 minus 1. If you're going in for a bigger size, then the recommendation is to use BigInt. So this one, you can have a bigger size that is allowed. So anything that is greater than that range, you have to go in for a BigInt. Normally, I don't think we'll exceed this range. So we know about number, we know about BigInt, and string. How will you declare a string? It's very known to us. That is, you can give it in double quotes, or else you can give the string in single quotes like this. So string boolean. How you declare boolean? Say it takes only true or false. True or false. So that's the boolean value. There's one more data type called null. So null is like absence of a value. Null denotes absence of a value. So you can very well assign null. And you can also use null in if statements. The only thing is when you use that in if statements, it will always return a false. So if it's a true, we can say it's a true. We can log it's a true, right? Else, what is it we can log? We can log it's a false. So when you're using null like this, it's going to return a false. Let's execute this. Shift Alt 10. It's a false. You all know how to run your code, right? I am using some shortcut here. Like you can view the command palette, and there's an option run code. When you double click this, you can set any keyboard shortcuts. So the keyboard shortcut I have set for running code is Shift Alt 10. So when you double click, you can customize your own keyboard shortcuts. You can select the operation and set the keyboard shortcut. So what is that I am using here is Shift Alt 10. Okay. So that is with respect to null. So you can assign a null to any variable. There's something called undefined. What is undefined in JavaScript? Say I'll declare a variable x. I'm not initializing it. I'm logging this variable. Now what will be the output here? The output is undefined. So we are not defined any value here. That is the meaning. You can also check that directly like this. If x equals undefined. If it is undefined, then what we can say assign a value. Else, what is it we can say? It's defined, something like that. So here x is undefined, so you're going to get this part of the code executing. So you're going to have assign a value. So you can very well perform this. You can also assign something to be undefined like this. This is also allowed. So undefined is again a data type in JavaScript. How will you check the type of data? Say for instance, I want to check the type of x. We know this, right? We log type of x. So let me clear the console and run this output. Shift Shift Alt 10. So it's undefined. So type of operator we can use to check the data type for a variable. Are you all clear with this? Now let us move on to the next concept, that is the next data type, objects. So it is object is a data type in Java. Object is a data type, and mostly object is used for representing arrays, date object, and it's also used for representing object itself. So there is a structure called object. So we'll see arrays. How we declare an array, we know that, right? When you will use constant k is equal to, we'll use some arrays here. So we'll use some arrays, and you want to know the type of this, you just put type of k. So now when you run this code, what is that you're going to get? The type of an array is an object. So object is the data type for an array. Likewise for object, there is another concept called object in JavaScript. We'll have a separate session on objects, but for now we'll understand what is an object. The next thing is what is an object in JavaScript. JS, it's a very simple concept. What is an object? It's nothing but it is named value pairs, or you can say key value pairs. You know dictionary in Python, you know hash map in Java. The same way you have key value pair here. Let me give an example. Say I can have first name to be the name or the key, and then the value can be Satish. I'll put my name here. So first name, the key is address, and the value is Vellore. Like that, we can have the key to be phone number, and then value to be some value. Say let me put some value. So this is how you create an object. What is an object? It is containing named value or key value pairs, and you can give a name for this object, that is constant student is equal to. So we have created an object here. So this object contains key value pairs. So what is the type of student? Type of student, it's also an object. And how will you access the key value pair? Say I want to print Satish out by accessing first name. So you can very well log student, and you should not perform this. When you directly give first name within square brackets and you run the code, you may get some reference error. This is the error that's coming because here in JavaScript the demand is you have to put first name though it's a key inside quotes. Only then it will log you that value as Satish. So in other languages we don't put things in quotes when it's the key, right? So here you have to put that in quotes. So this, what is the type of student? Let's console log type of student. Type of student will be an object. So this is an object. We'll have another session on objects. Maybe we'll look at how to access the properties, how to use loops to iterate through the key and values. We'll see nested objects. All these things maybe in a class. The next class we'll take a look at that. But this is the concept of object. So object is a data type in Java. We should also look at date objects. Very soon we'll look at date objects too. Are you clear with objects? Now there's one more thing with respect to JavaScript ES6 version. They have added this primitive data type called symbol. Symbol is a primitive data type in Java. What is the use of symbol? Symbol is used for creating an unique value. Something very unique. Say I'll give an example here. I'll create a symbol. Let x equals symbol. So you have to call this method. So when you call this method symbol, you can imagine x to be having some unique large value, maybe a unique string or something like that. So it generates some unique value, and this value is unique. See, you can create two symbols. Let y is equal to another symbol, and then you can use these values. Say x is different from y. That is the meaning here. I can very well say x is different from y. What is the use of symbol? Mostly it is used for creating some unique name property for your objects. Say first name is there. I just want to create something unique which no one else can create. I can use a symbol here. See how I can use a symbol. Let's create a symbol. Let my symbol, I'll say, is equal to symbol. See, don't give new symbol. That will be an error. It's just symbol. You just call this. So you think you have some unique value that is being represented by my symbol. So instead of first name, I can just give in square parenthesis my symbol. So what it means is I'm just going to have something unique representing this name. So every time I call this, that will be a unique value. So you can use this with respect to objects to create unique names. So symbol is again a data type in Java. We'll come to symbol in a separate session. Okay. So have you got an understanding of all the basic data types, that is number, string, boolean, null, undefined, object, and symbol?